Ever wondered how decisions and repetitive tasks are controlled in programming? Today we're going to learn about if-else conditions and three types of loops: for loop, while loop, and do-while loop, with some examples on Arduino IDE to see them in action. If-else statement allows you to make decisions based on a condition. Now, for understanding this statement, we will explain the flowchart of this statement. Okay, first of all, you have to start the program. We have the start position. Next, we have the if condition. We have the condition, which is, in our case, temperature greater than 30 degrees. Okay, if this condition is true, okay, we will run commands to turn on the fan. Then the program will stop. Else, if this condition is false, which means it is less than 30, so it will run a new code for else condition. Okay, and this code is responsible for turn off fan. Okay, the syntax of this if else condition is: if you fill here the condition, okay, you open a curly brace, you write the code you want to run. If this condition is true, close the curly brace. Else, you write else, open curly brace, and write the code to run if the condition is false. Then close the curly brace. Now explaining the for loop. Okay, a for loop repeats a block of code. It's responsible for the repetition of code for a fixed number of times. For fixed number of times. It uses three parts. First part, initialization. Second part, the condition. Third part, incrementation. First of all, we will start the program. Second, we will initialize the variable we are working in the for loop, I equals 0. Next, we will check the condition. In our case, our condition is to repeat the code 5 times, so I less than 5. For now, we have the variable I equal to 0. We check the condition. Is I less than 5, 0 less than 5, so it's true. We run the code. Then we have, okay, this is true. We run the code. Then we have to increment the variable I plus plus. Now we have I equal to 1. Okay, we repeat to check the condition. I equal 1 less than 5. True condition, so we run again the code, we increment I, we have I equal 2, so now we have 2 less than 5, it's true, we repeat the code, we repeat running the code, and we increment I, and so I hit 3 less than, repeat, I equal 4 less than, repeat, I equal 5. The condition, for I equal 5, the condition is false. 5 equal to 5, not less than 5, so false. We will stop running the code. And this is how for loop works. Now we will take a practical example using the for loop in Arduino IDE. So in this example, we will turn on and off a buzzer 5 times. Regarding the for loop part, first of all, we have for, we have to initialize I equal to 0. We have to write the condition. We want to repeat the code 5 times, so we have I less than 5. Then we will increment I plus plus. Okay, digital write, buzzer pin high. We will turn on turn on the buzzer. Okay, we will wait 500 milliseconds, then digital write buzzer pen low, turn off the buzzer, then we will wait 500 milliseconds. Okay, this loop will repeat itself 5 times. Now for the while loop. Okay, a while loop repeats a block of code as long as a given condition is true. So repeat code as condition true. To understand this, we will go to the flowchart. First of all, we have start the program. Okay, we will check the condition we have. Okay, if it's true, we run the command run code. Okay, then we have to return back to condition and check whether it's still true or not. Okay, if it's true, also then we will repeat the code until the condition is false. We will end the program. Syntax. Okay, while we write here the condition, open curly brace, write the code you want to run, and close the curly brace. Okay, now we will talk about the do while loop. This loop, it runs the code at least once and then checks the condition to decide whether to repeat or not. Okay, starting with the flowchart to understand this loop. First, we will start the program. Then we will go to the do part of our loop, which is responsible to run the code to the first time. Then we will go to check the while condition. While condition. If this condition is true, then we will repeat running the code. If when checking the while condition, if it's false, then we will end the program. Okay, its syntax. You have do, open a curly brace, write the commands you need, code to run, close the curly brace, write the while condition, while, open parentheses, and write your condition. For example, we want to blink an LED once and continue only if button is pressed. So in this case, we have the code to run is to blink LED for the first time and repeat this action only if the while condition is true, which is button is pressed. Now that we've seen a practical example of how the for loop works, you'll notice just how useful it is in projects. As we continue with our Arduino Kit projects, we'll encounter if, else, while, and do while loops in action. So stay tuned to see how they work in real-world applications.